Ennis Players, because they're heading into Gothic territory for their spring production at Glór. The group are going to be performing The Moors, a darkly comic play inspired by the world of the Brontë sisters, which will be running from the 24th to the 28th of this month. And I'm joined now by some of the people involved with it. Pierrot, the group, Sinéad Clancy, director Sandra Cox, and cast member Clare Fitzsimons. Very good morning to all three of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks very much for coming in. So I suppose, who would like to tell me a bit about The Moors and the fact that this is an Irish premiere as well, which is an extra selling point?
Hi, Alan. My name's Sandra. I'm the director of the play. Yes, this is the Irish premiere of The Moors by Jen Silverman. It's been performed quite a lot within America, the UK and Australia. And I came across the play when I returned from Australia last August and spent a little while reading plays and came across this.
You must be regretting returning from Australia now, the way 2026 has gone so far.
Yes, exactly.
Have you a return ticket?
Yeah, a bit late now. Back at work. So my proper job. So I came across this play, loved the play, and was very grateful that I was given the opportunity to direct this play with the wonderful Ennis Players.
Okay, very good. So tell us a bit about it then, Sandra. The Moors set, I mentioned that it's in the world of the Brontë sisters, Emily and Charlotte.
Yes. Well, the underlying theme of the play really is all about the want for love and the issues around isolation and having a sense of belonging. It is a comedy with some aspects of pathos. The Moors is set in the 1840s. We do have some modern aspects of the play as well, and as you said earlier, there is a nod to the Brontë sisters, and I suppose the play centres around two sisters, Agatha and Huldy, who are rambling around in this large ancestral home, which is also being consumed by the Moors itself. And Agatha is the elder sister, and she's obviously very strategic. This character is played by the lovely Kate Clancy. And yes, Agatha's very strategic, and she wants a lot of control. And especially since her father passed, and the sister's brother Branwell is more of a hindrance and also is quite useless. Huldy, who we have here today, is the younger sister of Agatha, and she's very erratic and very childlike and has lacked love as a child. Huldy wants to be famous, and she keeps a diary thinking that it might be published, but in fact she's not very good at what she does. So the premise really is that Agatha invites a governess called Emily, played by the lovely Caroline Morgan, and she brings her to the house under false pretences to carry out what she sees as a plan to ensure the security of the sisters and the next generation.
Okay, brilliant. And from Pierrot's perspective, Sinead, I guess it's always a good selling point when it's the first time people in the locality or indeed the country are likely to have seen it performed.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's always nice to have something new and exciting and fresh that people haven't seen before, because it's just it's great to get new material. It's great to bring a story that hasn't been brought before to audiences. So we really do want to encourage people to come and see what they think. And we've been in touch with a few drama groups who themselves might be coming down to have an old gander to see if there's something that they can use the next time that they want to.
No pressure.
Put something on. Yeah, exactly. Which sort of, it's great fun, and it's a lovely world. You know, this mid 19th century Yorkshire world, and the crew have been amazing. The production team, they've been working for months to create the Moors. When we have it sort of merging with the interior of the actual house, and
I'm picturing
I'm
picturing the moors and a lot of it. Like, have you got a lot of dry ice for all that kind of mist and fog?
We're attempting our mist, exactly, and with the lighting and the sound.
Outside scenes on the moors as well as the house. Yeah.
So it's quite because the environment, the landscape informs the play.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this mid 19th century Yorkshire world is very much, the environment is very much a part
now
of the story.
I can see where the word Gothic was used.
Yes.
That is for sure. Tell us a bit about your character, Claire.
So I play the part of Huldy. She is the younger spinster sister who lives in this bleak manor on the English moors in Yorkshire. And I suppose Huldy is a comic and tragic figure, really. she embodies themes of loneliness, ambition, and she has, as Sandra was saying, she has this desperate need to be noticed and she's obsessed with fame, I would say, and that is the purpose of her diary, because she firmly believes that this diary will be her source,
her path to fame and fortune.
Path to fame, exactly, absolutely. But also behind it, I suppose, she's quite childlike and she's naive, really, and she's vulnerable, I would say, as an individual, and she can be very easily influenced by others. And ultimately, I think she feels quite lonely and desperate to kind of, make a connection with somebody, that she has lacked love really as a child, and she's just looking to make that connection with somebody.
And she gets so excited when the governess arrives. She has this vision of what this relationship is going to be like when that doesn't kind of transpire. Yes.
Okay, and I'd imagine rehearsals have been really enjoyable, yes. Claire, because knowing that you're the first ones to do this new material, getting your teeth into it.
Absolutely, yeah. It's been lots of fun. I've really enjoyed the whole process. And not just that Huldy is such a colourful character, but also just working with Sandra, who's an unbelievable director, and the cast are outstanding. So I feel very privileged to be part of that team, and to be in that environment. And we were very lucky. We had just there the weekend. We had also support in terms of the director coming down.
We had the play workshopped on Saturday. The wonderful David Horan from Dublin, and he's given us a few, not too many, thankfully, pointers to try and make sure that we do the best show possible. Yeah.
Okay. Every little bit helps, I guess. Okay. Yeah. Well, so that is the Moors, which is going to be running at Glór from the 24th to the 28th of March. And to whet people's appetites a little bit further, you're going to perform an excerpt from it. So who'd like to set the scene for us?
Yeah. So this scene, as we said about Huldy, obviously she spends a lot of her time writing nonsense in her diary. So this scene, basically, just to give you some context, is Huldy's in her room reading excerpts of her diary, and the maid, played by the lovely Sinéad Clancy, walks in and also tries to attempt to leave, but Huldy wants her to read out aspects of her diary. We've picked a scene between the maid and Huldy acting out a diary entry regarding what she describes as the big awful man, and the outcome of this scene really dictates the future of the play, and it begins to move into a direction with devastating consequences.
Okay, scene perfectly set. Okay, folks, in your own time, take it away.
What can you possibly want with me, you awful man?
I cannot keep away from you.
What nonsense! How horrible! What are you doing?
I am worshipping you with my eyes.
That is very obscene and uncalled for. What are you doing now?
Worshipping you with more than my eyes. Ugh. Ma'am?
What is it?
I really have to...
How brutal! How ravishing! God can see us and is judging you.
I've loved you long before you were as famous as you are currently famous. I've always wanted to know your innermost thoughts and emotions.
Really?
Quite sincerely.
Well, what would you like to know?
Why don't you kill Agatha?
Excuse me?
I said, why don't you kill Agatha?
Kill Agatha? I kill Agatha?
You'd be the sister who killed a sister, a woman murderess, the parson's daughter. It would be shocking and horrible, and nobody would be able to stop talking about it. You'd be infamous.
Famous?
It's like famous, but more so.
I know what the word means. I'm an author.
Also, you might write about it. What it was like to kill Agatha. How you felt about it before and after.
Everything around here is so bleak, so loveless and bleak. And if I were to kill Agatha, and I'm not saying I would, of course, but if I were, it would sort of be a splash of colour, if you will, a tear in the fabric.
Wrenching control of your life, of history.
History?
A new chapter unrolling before your eyes. Monday, today, everything changed.
Monday, everything was grey and cold. And then, all of a sudden, bam!
Monday, bam!
They might write a song about it.
Sorry,
There are all sorts of ballads about that kind of thing. They might write a ballad about me.
They might. They would.
Maybe if I sort of wrote my own ballad about it, that might be the one they ended up singing all the time. So it would be like I'd be famous as a writer and a murderer, but also as sort of a singer-songwriter.
That sounds very likely.
Oh, this is the best day I have ever had.
On what? Sorry, I was enjoying it. Just what a note to finish on. Brilliant stuff. Well performed there by Clare Fitzsimons and Sinéad Clancy. I have to say, Sinéad, you'll be offered a role in Emmerdale before too long. Brilliant stuff.
I love doing the
You
Yorkshire
do love
accent.
Emmerdale, do you?
It helps that the director's from Manchester.
Yeah, I was thinking there's a bit of that kind of sound going on there. Brilliant stuff. That is the Moors from the Ennis Players from the 24th to the 28th of March, and you've kindly provided us with a pair of tickets for a night of your choice to give away.
Yes.
So the question is, and you better get your map of England out, what county in England would you find the Moors? Is it A, Yorkshire, B, Lancashire, or C, Hampshire? Let us know. 086 1800 964 with your name or where you're from. And thanks, folks. Thank you very much.
Thanks
Sinéad
for having
Clancy,
us.
Sandra Cox,
Thank you.
and Clare Fitzsimons. Absolutely brilliant stuff.